Kingston. Because right now...
My question is, after this, what do they do for Mania? You can't have Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles again. You can't do... No, you can't...
I'm not saying that. I am not going to say that.
So it's like... Do they... Okay, does it happen? Okay, do they do Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania?
If Kofi delivers again at Elimination Chamber, which I think is a strong possibility that they will, I think there's a very strong possibility we're going to see Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston at Mania. Because if they maintain this level of hype over Kofi and what he did, then you know what? I think it's absolutely possible.
The moment that actually put me on the train to give Kofi Kingston his moment in Mania. Okay, does he win at Mania? Who knows? Whatever. You give him the match at Mania, this is the moment when he looked in AJ Styles' eyes and was like, I've been waiting 11 years for this. Fight me. I was like, oh.
Now that's genuine interest.
I was like, oh.
As much as I would love to see Samoa Joe come up, and I think the time, much like Becky and Charlotte being injected into Becky and Ronda.
The only problem I have with
time, sometimes it's just someone's time for the spotlight. And right now, if they keep riding this wave of momentum, I think there's still a possibility it could be Kofi Kingston's time.
Because here's my problem with Samoa Joe. It will be heel versus heel at WrestleMania.
And that's why I'm not going with it.
If Daniel Bryan hadn't turned heel, I'd be like, oh, Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, But Daniel Bryan's a bigger heel than Samoa Joe right now. So
yes, and that's why.
So Daniel Bryan versus Daniel Bryan, the biggest heel in the company, versus Kofi Kingston, the
proponent of senseless consumerism.
Exactly. It's print money right there. Just to feud itself. Bootios throwing pancakes everywhere.
That is a waste of food.
Yeah.
Fickle.
All you gotta do, all he has to do is give Daniel Bryan one reason, and you've got a feud there.
Boom, and there it is.
So it's like, they just made that new title for Daniel Bryan. Okay,
they're gonna let it go cook for a couple months.
It's going to WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Bryan as the heel champion is really the best thing the men have going right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't. As I said, this is a pay-per-view that, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't really matter all that much. If we're being completely honest, and you can't have the title change like that.
Yeah, the time is not right, but the pathways it could open will be potentially glorious. No pun intended. Bobby Roode is not going to win any titles. But either way,
he did lose one, though.
Yes, he did.
Congrats, Revival, by the way.
Yes, good job, boys. Good
best
job.
Tag team,
deserved. Much deserved.
Best tag team match on Raw that we've seen in a long, long time.
Hey,
SmackDown have great...
Top guy business.
SmackDown has great tag team matches every week, but Raw, woof. So it was nice to see a good one, and to have a team actually look like they were, holy shit, we won the tag team titles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're actually exuberant about it, so that was nice to see.
Yes, it was. But anyway, those are our predictions for Elimination Chamber. Now we're turning it over to you, our listening and viewing audiences. What do you think? Who's going to walk away from the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view and the matches a winner? What is the ceiling for Kofi Kingston? How are they going to approach the women's tag titles? What's going on with Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte? We want to hear from you. So, of course, you can get in touch with us all across the internet. If you're joining us on Facebook, leave us a comment. If you're on Facebook, just run a search for the Scholars of Wrestling. Show us some love there. And, of course, if you want to join the conversation yourself, track us down on Twitter, starting with @ScholarsOW for all the latest wrestling and episode uploads. And you could, of course, follow us on our personal Twitter accounts, starting with Scholar Tarek, who can be found at The Avataric. Brian, where can I reach you?
You can find me at Atomic Beanpole.
And you can find your reigning, defending Scholars of Wrestling champion at I'm Robbie Rage. Join us for the conversations. I'm sure there's going to be live tweeting all over the place for Elimination Chamber. But until then, you know who we are. We are the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled. You're welcome. See you all at Elimination Chamber.